to order. Apologize for the slight delay, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Do we have any public commentary in regards to the CRA? Mr. Walker?
Walker, 1106 Michigan Avenue. Are you excusing Chairman?
I guess we do. Do we
Public
need to
meeting?
officially do that? Okay. We'll do that when we get to business.
You have to go back 2002, 2003, 2004, when the CRA was originally started. Understand what it was about and why it was founded. If you don't understand that and you don't know why it was founded, I would suggest you look into it. I'm looking at the CRA budget in the book, final September 23 and 25. This is my copy, which is edition 4. Edition 5 does not have the CRA revenues in it. The budget for 2025-26, page 19, total revenues detailed by fund. TIF is up 10% from last budget year. Net or complete revenues for 2026, for $482,139.86. Page 1 of the budget, 2026, 85, page 86, 87, CRA info in detailed acting, page 23, says revenue for TIF from Bay County, $6,670, 806.00, up 11 cents percent. That gives you a total revenue for the CRA Lynn Haven, which is a separate organization from the city of Lynn Haven. Complete. Total. The total revenue for the CRA, that area is $1,149,945. Total TIF. Included in that is Bay County's $6,670, 806. It seems that we get more TIF money from Bay County. I had said that you better take a look at canceling the CRA out when it sunsets. It was noted that we would lose $667,806. That's kind of conjecture. You want to tell me? What? All right, okay. You tell me why we're receiving more TIF money in an area, Bay County, which doesn't have TIF, doesn't have CRAs, $6,670,806 versus our $482,139. Why are they getting more money from our TIF, which they return to us, supposedly? My question to you is, why? I discussed it with Bay County. Bay County does not have CRAs, does not have a TIF. Would this be part of the money that's returned to us because we have our own sheriff department? We have our own fire department? That shouldn't be maxed in TIF. Why are they getting more money? And before this hurricane, the main Marina Island LLC asked for us to join the CRA. We told them it would cost us, is my 3 minutes up? Okay.
Mr. Jenke, can you
My
answer your
question to you is this: why are we getting more money from them and we're going to lose it? I don't think, my discussion with Bay County, they're not considering it a loss. They're considering us greedy.
Thank you for asking this question, Mr. Walker. I think the answer is the county is proposing a higher millage rate. So the tax base is the same, but the millage rate is higher. Wouldn't you agree, Ms. Kiki? And that's the reason why their portion of the tax increment funding is 677,000 and some change. And the city's portion actually decreased a little bit since we last met.
So the
Chris, I have no sound.
Bay County millage, 5.6362, which includes the mosquito district. So they're assessing more than the city is.
Yes, thank you.
Did that answer your question, Mr. Walker?
Our TIF.
Millage.
Our TIF? Our assessment?
I'm not sure I understand the question. Can I try? So Bay County assesses their own millage rate. They have a governing board that votes on their millage rate just as the city commission votes on our millage rate. My latest information is they are keeping their millage stagnant, which I have fixed into the budget. Last year's millage, and to the best of my knowledge, next year's millage, 5.6362. So for those folks who live inside the CRA, they will pay that 5.6 to Bay County, and they will pay the millage to Lynn Haven, which is why I make the comment, you get the piece of paper from the property assessor, and residents look at that dollar amount on the bottom. Less than half of that dollar amount actually goes to Lynn Haven. More than half of that amount goes to Bay County. Now, if you are a resident that does not live in the CRA, you're still paying Lynn Haven millage and Bay County millage, but the city does not get any of that or any portion of Bay County's millage. If you do live inside the CRA,
Thank you. Do we have any more public commentary about the CRA? All right, we'll be moving on to, before we get to the consent agenda, the excusing Chairman Nelson.
You just need to make a motion.
All right.
Motion to excuse the chair, Mayor Nelson.
Second.
All right, Mr. Lightfoot, will you call the roll?
Mr. Perno?
Yes.
Mr. Warg?
Yes.
Ms. Tender? Ms. Tender? Mr. Peebles?
Yes. All right, moving on to the, motion passes. Moving on to the consent agenda, approval of the meeting minutes from September 9th, 2025.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Lightfoot, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Warg?
Yes.
Perno?
Yes.
Ms. Tender? Ms. Tender? Mr. Peebles?
Yes.
Do we need Ms. Tender's vote?
But we do need to figure out how to make sure she is heard and her vote is recorded on the record.
Yeah. Let's take a 5-minute break for them to figure this out.
Yes.
All right, 5-minute break over. Motion passes. Moving on to new business, discussion and possible approval of the final CRA budget for fiscal year 2025-2026, resolution number 2025-0912.
You want to read the
Yeah,
resolution?
can you, Mr. Lightfoot, can you read the resolution, please?
A resolution adopting a final budget for the Lynn Haven Community Redevelopment Agency for the fiscal year 2025-2026 and appropriating for the purposes specified redevelopment trust funds in amounts specified for disbursement according to said budget for the fiscal year 2025-2026.
Mr. Jenke?
So this item is about the approval of the proposed budget for the upcoming fiscal year. You may have noticed that the numbers have changed slightly since we last talked about it. The proposed revenue was reduced by $26,268, and that's because of the change of the reduction of the city millage rate. You can see this here reflected on the proposed CRA revenues. In addition, the expenses for the CRA increased by $5,200, and I think a line item was added there for liability insurance. I don't know exactly where that number came from, but I think the interim city manager has been working on this since we had the workshop last time.
We had a meeting with our insurance broker on Friday afternoon. We were able to go through the amount specified in our entire policy and break those out into the appropriate funds for the enterprise fund as well as the CRA. The CRA just has one vehicle.
So revenue went down a little bit, expenses went up a little bit. The difference will be covered by the transfer from reserve. So the new values are the proposed revenues is $1,193,582. Proposed expenditures, $1,999,274. And the proposed transfer from reserve from the CRA reserve, $805,000 and $805,692.
All right, is there any discussion from the board?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the budget.
Second.
All right, there's a motion on the floor. Do we have any comments from the public about the CRA budget? All right, Mr. Lightfoot, could you please call the roll?
Mr. Perno?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Yes. Motion passed, meeting adjourned.